yourself in your neighbor's nose. If you can't use that, use a 10-foot pole. Stick it up your ass and go for a stroll. Everyone will know you've been to the show. If you can't take it, eat my stool. Masturbate with
John
some
Stossel did a report on 2020 called "Where Does the Bailout Money Go?" And
today, the automakers were promised $14 billion to start. But what about the hundreds of billions the government's spending? Where exactly is it? Turns out, it's impossible to find out. Give me a break. Where is the money?
Where's the money, Lebowski? Where's the money, Lebowski? Where's the fucking money, shithead?
It's down there somewhere. Let me take another look.
Don't fuck with us.
What'd you do with the billions? I went to look for it. What'd you do with our tax money? Yeah.
The danger is with innovation, these existing structures, such as they are very quickly dissolving. Whether you take a favorable or otherwise view of these structures. See, the danger is with innovation, these existing structures, such as they are very quickly dissolving.
The big picture about what is the Android meme is a visual pun. It's either half filled or half empty. And it's that oscillating, that trick of the eye, that hides the fact that there's nothing there. It's only the eye that oscillates it between empty and full.
It's down there somewhere. Let me take another look.
So we're looking at a situation where there is no banking crisis. At the same time, there's nothing there. And our culture has to interpret, what's it mean to have nothing there?
And the purpose of those billions?
To restore confidence in our financial system.
And stocks dropped 800 points today.
We need oversight. We need transparency. I want it. We all want it.
But what did we get? A month after the money was doled out, the chair of the Congressional Oversight Panel told reporters she didn't know where the money was.
We have funds, and we're up to a staff of 5.
Her job is to see that the bailout is put to good use. But so far, there's no mechanism for tracking how the banks spend your money.
So we're looking at a situation where there is no banking crisis. At the same time, there's nothing there. And our culture has to interpret, what's it mean to have nothing there? It's interesting for me, a lot more haggling went into the automotive bailout than in the banking bailout.
The American people want the auto companies to succeed, and so do I.
Well, the body image. You see, for example, the body image is changing so rapidly right now that people are beginning to have their doubts about motor cars. The American for 30 years had an image of himself as part of a motor car. Now he's losing this image, and the motor car industry is on the skids.
And that's the essential difference. The banking is the virtual software economy. The digital ozone one's going nowhere, but sending us out into space for quadrillions of dollars. And the automobile is our old hardware medium. It's something you can hold on and touch, mechanical.
Taxpayer dollars are going to be stuffed into these banks. Then there are responsibilities that go with that.
Taxpayers are stuffing money into these banks, and there's no tracking mechanism?
There's no apparent tracking mechanism for it.
This is the taxpayers' money, and we need some answers.
So all these people panicking, saying, we don't know where anything is, this is outrageous, we're in trouble, you're bankrupting us. Where were the people explaining, no, there's no bankruptcy going on, we can print as much money as you want, we just have to determine who's eligible for it. And as long as we have individual integrity or individual responsibility and individualistic moral ethics, as long as we believe we need that kind of calibration or accounting, then only some people can get the money and others can't. If we agree that...
I'm throwing rocks tonight. Mark it, dude.
The whole thing is a migraine.
That's right. Oh, or it could be a funny joke, because...
Barney Frank chairs the committee that approved the bailout.
It's just baffling. Do you think somebody made up this whole crisis? Because we've been dissatisfied with the way in which they've spent the first half of this.
We have been asked to engage in oversight for the $700 billion that Treasury is or may be authorized to spend, is or may be authorized to spend, is or may be authorized to spend.
It's just baffling. Do you think somebody made up this whole crisis?
So you have no frame of reference here, Donnie. You're like a child who wanders in the middle of a movie and wants to know...
Walter, what's the point, man?
There's no reason. Here's my point, dude. There's no fucking reason why these...
Yeah, Walter, what's your point?
Huh?
Walter, what is the point? Look, we all know who is at fault here. What the fuck are you talking about?
Huh? No, what the fuck are you... I'm not... We're talking about unchecked aggression here,
What the fuck is he talking about?
My rug.
Forget it, Donnie. You're out of your element.
But the Federal Reserve Bank is out there now committing trillions of dollars.
Forget it, Donnie. You're out of your element.
And we don't even know exactly where it's going.
Forget it, Donnie. You're out of your element.
No, we...
Forget it, Donnie. You're out of your element.
Because to the degree we give up the concept of that we are anybody, and we've mentioned this for a year now, then, and that's a threat to everybody to do that, but they're going to have to do that to admit a new situation. And that's what Barack Obama's counting on. Our president-elect is hoping that we all sacrifice and join in and become a global workforce. In other words, give up our private, precious property ownership. Now, people will call this socialism or fascism, but it's not that. It's just acknowledging that we can't be anybody separate and have personal wealth when you can't measure who's wealthy. I mean, you realize, James...
Okay, is everybody getting this? The days of you determining, what wealth is and value is, those days are over, right?
Yes. And Barack Obama's hoping that he can make this happen, but he's going to fail miserably unless he has me on there, or you, if you follow my script correctly.
Forget it, Donnie. You're out of your element.
Explaining why there'll be resistance culturally to this situation. But we cannot live culturally as individuals as long as we got this computer and this radio station and the internet and satellite hookup that obliterates private visual identity.
Individual identity disappears. We merge with the group. The man in the crowd is a nobody. No matter who you are, if you're in a large crowd of people, you're a nobody. At electric speeds, we're all in the crowd, and we're all nobodies.
The Android meme, which we're living in, is a visual acoustic pun.
Are you not worried about that?
I'm somewhat concerned about it, yeah.